If you like audiobooks or audio shows, check out a free trial of Audible. Just click the link in the description.
Hello out there. Welcome to Mindshock. This is Bruce McGuire.
Maxwell Powers here. And Johnny Mills.
This is a Silent Umass Part 2. So, there have been a few things we overlooked or appeared to have gotten flat out wrong in the previous episode that we need to address. So this is a big addendum. We'll start with the big obvious one. Well, first of all, before we get into that, Johnny, what do you think of the whole UMass thing? So Maura went missing in New Hampshire, but then there was a whole bunch, all that weird stuff, extra car accidents, and then, of course, the emotional breakdown at work. Do you think, in general, that would be a big relevance, or no? No?
Wait, hold on. What?
Do you need a refresher on the case? So Maura worked at UMass and was a student at UMass?
She was security.
So she's when people signed in at the desk, so like to get into the dorms.
Yeah.
And so she worked there, and on Thursday night she had an emotional breakdown.
How do we know that?
Her supervisor found her very emotional.
So she was crying.
She had tears, but she was mostly in a catatonic state. So she was like people were walking by without signing in. She just was sitting there not doing anything, like shocked or afraid.
But there was a complete breakdown at 1, right?
Well, hold on. We don't know what time it happened. That's the problem.
But
So
wait,
the
doesn't she get broken up with a boyfriend, or like?
We don't know. She had gotten off the phone with her sister earlier at 10:38. I think the phone call was from 10:10 to 10:38, and then she called her boyfriend Billy at 12:07 a.m. I think to 12:14 a.m. midnight. So her supervisor Karen Mayotte, she said the breakdown happened at 10:30, which couldn't have been possible because she was still on the phone at that time. But if it was an approximate, I guess it could have been.
But she did make that correction as far as like because she got confused with the.
So well, she actually flat out said if the breakdown was at 1, then it was at 1. She did not stick to her guns 100%.
But she didn't because because a lot of the Thursday nights go past the hours goes past to 1 or something like
What does that have to do with anything?
Because she mentioned the first report like 10:30 was the breakdown.
Yeah.
But she realized it must have been at around like 1 because
No, she didn't say that. No.
Wait, what's
serious? You gotta look it up. So someone, it was on a Reddit thing, or it was one of the interviews or something like that.
She in her interview on the podcast, they brought up the phone bill and then said some people say the breakdown was closer to 1, and she said, well, if it was after her phone call with her boyfriend and that's why she upset, then it would have been closer to 1. She did not stick to her guns 100%, but she said she remembers it as 10:30.
What's the significance
say
of the breakdown, the emotional breakdown?
Because some people think that that's the spiral that caused her to leave UMass in the first place to go up to New Hampshire.
And you said that was Thursday?
So that's Thursday night into early Friday morning. Friday morning there was a snowstorm, no classes, but that's when her father came to town. Supposedly they were trying to get a new car on that Saturday. Remember? Sound familiar a little bit?
Yeah.
And then on Saturday night, there's a party in the dorm. Afterwards, she goes to return her father's rented Corolla for some reason. We don't know why. And she gets into another accident. That's where the unnamed police cadet is that we don't know. And for some reason, she's not cited for DUI, whatever. She just is let go. And then on Sunday night, she talks to her father. Sunday morning, she talks to Billy on her father's cell phone. Sunday night, she talks to her father, and then right after, within an hour of getting off the phone with her father, or possibly right after, she starts looking up directions in Vermont, New Hampshire. Now, someone actually brought this up. I don't even remember where I read it, but maybe Maxwell, see if this sounds familiar. Remember how I said her father yelled at her and then she wanted to get away? What if the opposite happened? What if they wanted to do like a quick hiking getaway or something together to get away from it? I don't
That's
think
possible,
but
I think Fred would have mentioned that in an interview. Did he? I don't think with the interview with
unless
Karen.
he didn't mention it for
Karen,
for a specific
what's her
reason.
name? What's her name? The 107 degree person.
Erin?
Erin, yeah. Like she
Did
did.
she ask?
I'm not sure. I listened to. I listened to both interviews, part 1 and 2.
But you don't know what
but
was said on them.
I don't know. I
listened to both of them as well multiple times.
No. But I don't remember her mentioning. I don't remember
That phone
Fred.
call?
saying something about getting
It was
away
just a
together.
theory thrown out. If whether he mentioned it or not doesn't mean it was true or not. So I just threw that out there as a possibility. But as far as timeline, then on Monday, of course, Monday early afternoon, ATM, which we'll get into. There's the ATM footage was finally released, and then she drives up. Theoretically, we don't know if she really did leave UMass, but if she did, she would drive up to New Hampshire. So the significance of that Thursday night breakdown, technically, that's like one of the first major things that happened. And supposedly Maura never cried or got into states like that. So it's unusual for her. So my original question to you, and nobody, for some reason, nobody wants to focus on UMass. Then there was that hit and run that night also. Another weird coincidence is Patrick Vassy was hit just after midnight. So possibly while she was on the phone with Billy. Okay, so what I revealed in the last episode was that there was a landline phone on the security desk. And supposedly the police were interested in a 12:40 phone call.
AM?
Yeah. Which would have, if she had received that phone call, she would have been catatonic at about 1 a.m. And the police were very interested in that 1 a.m. breakdown. They did not mention the 10:30. So either someone's mistaken or someone's wrong. Either way, as if this case needed any more weirdness. But so UMass, very, very strange. So what do you think? You think it's worth looking into?
I guess everything is worth looking into, right?
And do you think that hit and run is just a coincidence? Because what I had theorized is someone else took her car. Hit Patrick Vassy.
I just found the Karen's clarification on times as she told it to James Renner. That do you
Yeah.
Did you read that thing?
I don't know. Read it.
Okay. Okay. So I think. Okay, this is what she said. I think I might have screwed up with the times that I originally gave you, and if Dude, I'm getting. Yeah, look, I'm moving my phone. And there's a reflection on my phone. So, and if that is the case, I apologize. That Thursday night, the receptionist had to work until 1:45. In parentheses, 2:45 on Fridays and Saturdays. Parentheses. I think when I first talked to you, I got mixed up as to the day of the week because on Sunday through Wednesdays till 11:45. That night after I visited the other areas of campus, when I got to Southwest, I met up with the other coworkers at the eatery in SW. Yeah. Can't remember the name. Can find it after if you are interested in more specifics. I didn't eat, but when visiting the others, another area supervisor told me that Maura was upset and that I should go check on her. At that point, I did, and you have the specifics from that visit. I do remember when signing her out early, thinking that she would have to wait about 45 to an hour until I could get off shift to bring her to Duncan's or the counseling area. I got off shift at 2:30, so I would have started packing her up at 1:15. It says p.m. here, but it's 1 a.m. 30 minutes before she would get off. Too bad we couldn't grab the police report I filled out the following morning at UMass Police, which would have had the exact time of signing her out to the specifics. Also, to clarify my job title, I was an area supervisor. What the hell is this?
So she's saying it was 1?
Yeah.
That was a really long way to say that, right?
Wait, that's what the hell?
Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
She
so she
messed
was-
up a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like she never, like you're right,
Okay,
but she never stuck to
referencing.
it.
Okay, so I was referencing her interview on the podcast. You're saying so she posted that as a
Well,
clarification.
yeah, this is a quote from on. This is a post by MRC Clint Harding 44 in response to this thread.
Okay. All right. So it was closer to 1. So
Yeah.
it was the landline phone. That's what I brought up.
Yeah.
So the issue with the landline phone is whether or not it was confined to only the UMass network, in which case other people couldn't call. It seems like it was either an unlisted number or a security number, in which case only the security office or a police department could call in. So that narrows it down a little bit. So there's that strangeness. The other thing that I wanted to add, we didn't talk about, Erin actually, I believe, mentioned this, there's a back door where there's no security check, so people can come as they please through a back door.
If you know about it.
Yeah. So that, Maxwell, did you hear that?
There was a back door and no one was checking security or something like that? Or...
There was a back door
Yeah.
where you could come and go without, like, superseding the security desk.
Nice.
So that changes that changes a lot. Because now anybody could have got in at any time, in or out. Maura could have theoretically...
That's
believe
really...
that she hit Vassy, she could have snuck out.
That's really interesting. Do they have a visual of this entrance or no? Or it's
I don't know,
just...
somewhere in the back. Why is it that relevant?
I don't know, if you can see, I don't know. Just
in the back somewhere.
yeah, okay, got it. Or if they can hear the door and come, I don't know. I'm just
do it quietly.
I'm just trying to get it.
All right, well,
Trying to get all the details here.
I asked Johnny so all this stuff is pretty weird, right? So that's why the breakdown might be significant.
Okay. So you're saying she snuck out the back door? Is
No.
that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm just saying there was also a back door which opens options for people coming in or out.
Okay.
Who is this coming from?
Aaron.
Oh. That's really weird, working as security and knowing that there's a door. I mean, can you just block that shit? Or I don't know.
That might
Just
just be
weird.
for, like, the people that work there, though, not just for...
Possible. Well, yeah, but yeah,
I mean, if it's
exactly.
easy
Just like the
entrance-
landline, phone.
But I
That's
see-
not for everybody, but if people know about it.
But that's really interesting because there's been a drug raid there, and you know if
Well, that's
if
the other
they're
thing.
if
So
they're
she's
gonna if they're
making-
gonna
she also
do some
made a
drug
call to a pizza place at like 3:40 a.m. Supposedly closes at 3.
yeah she was upset.
Talk
she
to
needed
somebody for a couple
whole
minutes.
pie to eat and some
Or
ice
she knows the person at the pizza place and they're possibly a drug connection or something. Or if she's a confidential informant and she knows all these people and this whole thing went haywire. The other thing we didn't specifically address in the last episode, I don't think, is that if Billy was helping her disappear, then he could be coordinating with Kate and Sarah, right? So they're all in on it to help her. We didn't spend too much time talking about that.
Okay,
Thoughts?
I guess you can.
That's why he
expand
made
on
a
it. I
million
just,
calls because
I-
he was trying to figure out how to help Maura. If Maura told him if she hit Vassy or someone else hit Vassy with her car and it incriminated her enough, or there's something else going on with the CI thing and she's in danger and she needs to get out and she trusts Billy. Billy has West Point connections, so it could all be not nefarious. It could be they're all trying to help her, and that's why Billy was on the phone a million times. That's why Billy called Kate. And that's why Billy didn't call back Maura's dorm after she was gone. Because he knew she was gone. Because all these people were helping to...
Is the West Point connection really that powerful and influential? I don't know. I'm curious.
Well, since we don't know exactly what the connection is,
Ah.
it could be. And that's why it's a theory. We'll probably go over that in the
It
next
is
podcast.
a military school, so I guess I don't know because
Yeah, those people
I don't know.
connected to
It's
people
not like
in
I have
DC.
connections to alumni and
All right, what do you think, Johnny? All right, let's go. Nothing. Maxwell, nothing. All right, so here's the main point, the main addendum we have to make. The ATM location is not in North Amherst, where we pointed it out to be in the last episode. It is at 195 University Drive, which is actually right next to the Liquors 44 store. So it is. She did go to a liquor store right next to the ATM. Not a block.
what did we say?
You don't know. You don't
Wait,
know.
wait,
We spent,
I don't
we
know.
spent about a half an hour talking about why she would go from a North Amherst ATM when there's a liquor store next to that one, all the way down to Amherst to Liquor 44.
Well, no, I'm just trying to get more specific. So like, I know it wasn't.
Well, there were some conflicting reports on it, but in the ATM video, you can actually see a building with a group of trees and like an AC box or whatever that is. So it looks like it matches up to the 195 address, which is right next to Liquors 44.
So what does that say?
Well, it says that she wasn't avoiding a person in a liquor store next to the North
Oh yeah,
Amherst
that's right.
ATM,
Because we
we
talked
spent
about
a lot
that.
of time
Oh
theorizing
yeah,
on that.
that was crazy.
Here's the problem. We still don't know for 100% what the real date and time of the ATM video was. And this is a really big point to addend as well.
Wait,
So, out of all of the security systems, because I've actually asked a bunch of people this now. how many security systems actually have the correct time and date? Like, if you go around and and check a bunch.
I thought they would be like digitally. What do you call it when it's like like my iPhone? I never have to set because it
So
sets.
back
what
then,
do you call
or
it?
even now,
Even now,
Yeah.
they have their own timestamp system.
yeah, they might have
Really?
the default settings set, and they might not actually put, oh, today is September 1st.
Wait, why would they not do that? Or why would they?
If they want to make it as accurate as possible, they would. But if they didn't care, like, oh, I just want to get the security system just to capture stuff. I don't care about the date.
I mean,
You
as
just
someone
plug
pointed
it in.
out,
what I'm saying-
pointed out on Reddit, even the Pentagon video at 9/11 had
September 10th.
had the wrong stamp on it. That's the most
Wow.
secure. That's supposedly the most secure
that's
facility
really
in the
weird.
world. They can't even bother to have the correct timestamp.
Wait, is it because they don't want it to send it to outer space and like bring it back and like I don't know. I'm just saying. Look. What I'm saying is, I never have to set my
Now listen,
iPhone.
those security cameras aren't possibly connected to the internet to connect.
That's
to
what I'm
NTP.
saying.
Yeah.
So.
But even if they are, they could still. That doesn't guarantee anything.
Yeah,
But
I'm
they
saying
weren't.
they're not
Yeah, they're
connected
not.
to the internet
Yeah.
to get an MTP or like.
And it's because for security reasons or something, right? Because like I don't know, just you don't want your device.
well,
or
back
if you're
then
security.
it was kind of hard to like even do that.
But what I'm saying is with this,
But almost
the
like if you go to a
ATMs
bunch,
right now,
if you
like-
go to a bunch, well, we're not talking about right now. You go to a bunch, maybe even now, but you go to a bunch of businesses and look at the security footage. A lot of them have the wrong timestamp on. Some of them not even close. So how do we know for 100% certainty that ATM video is from the day that you went missing, or the time?
Well, see, the
That's
ATM
messed up.
video would probably be legit time though. The ATM footage.
Well, wouldn't the Pentagon have legit?
Well, so wait, hold on. The only way to figure out is like you need to get.
The bank
I guess more ATM footage
Of
from
other
around
people that
from,
day? Yeah.
that day, yeah, and then
You'd
see
have
if
to
it's
have
the
a whole
same,
reel.
or even that.
Well,
that
here's the
week
thing.
is
I'm
fine,
not
too.
saying if it's not. I'm not even saying there's a good chance of this. This is probably a remote. I mean, I don't know, but if the timestamp is not correct, then they intentionally put it out there to make it look like that. They also didn't release it for so many years after she went, which is strange. And they're not releasing the liquor store security video.
See, I thought you were talking about liquor store security footage.
They're not releasing that for some reason.
That was more likely to be off sync or
Than an
whatnot.
ATM?
Yeah, the ATM I would say would probably be like more legit.
People probably say that about the Pentagon also.
Nah, maybe it really happened on September 10th.
All right. Well, here's the thing. So they don't release the liquor store video. Why aren't they releasing the liquor store video?
Did the FBI confiscate it or like what happened?
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Is that
Oh,
what
they
happened?
still have
Maxwell? That'd be interesting.
Wait, what?
The FBI did investigate. We didn't talk about that
Wait,
too
how
much.
come? Oh,
The
wait,
FBI
the
did
liquor store.
investigate.
The liquor store has never released their footage. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
we spent.
But wait, hold on. Why? But
talking
how come the private business doesn't even like
Yeah, but listen,
publicly put it
when-
on the internet?
when would they have figured out that she even went to that liquor store? Like, it could have been
The
like
receipt.
months later.
The
you know what I mean?
receiit. The
was-
receipt was in her car.
Oh,
It was
so that's
date-stamped.
easy then.
The what?
That's easy
was
to
time-
figure out then. I
Yeah.
thought it was just a long-term investigation. They figured that out.
And the receipt has a timestamp on it,
Gotcha.
and those are usually correct.
Does that timestamp match up with the ATM?
Roughly.
I don't think the ATM is probably that. No, I don't think it's that off.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying if it was intentional. But Johnny brought up a good point. The FBI, we didn't talk about this in the last UMass episode. The FBI, the only investigation they did officially was at UMass and Massachusetts. They did talk to people at UMass. Now, if they told them not to say anything, that would explain all the silence, right?
Somebody would break though, right?
I don't know. Nobody has, officially. So if the FBI... Yeah, so maybe the FBI did confiscate the liquor store footage, and that's why they can't see it. The only thing we have for its existence are police statements that she was alone in the liquor store video. That's the only thing we have. That's the only information we have about the liquor store video. Which could be a false statement as well. Unless the police had it before the FBI confiscated it, if the FBI confiscated it.
I don't know why they would.
Or if the FBI, you brought up an
release
interesting point though. If Maura's like friends with some FBI informant or somebody that can't ever be released, maybe you could see his car or something, and that's what they edited out of the ATM video, because that ATM video is not a full video. So if she's friends with an FBI informant or whatever, the FBI could have gone down and they could have took the video of the ATM from the police and said, yeah, we're not going to release. You can't release this. We're taking this. They confiscated the liquor store security footage, and that's why during the Oxygen show when they made that, somebody had to pull a lot of strings because the FBI would have to okay the ATM video being released, so they could have edited.
It was first released on that
Oxygen show. Yes. Yeah. They
Is
had a
it
lot
even
of
real.
What?
Is it real? They could have made it just for the show.
Oh, I guess so. If we're going down that way, yes, I did. We don't know. We don't know anything about that ATM
It's
footage.
ridiculous.
If we're going down,
Wait,
going
there's
down,
footage or is it a picture? Because I only seen the picture.
it's a series of stills. Yeah, so it's like choppy video.
I mean, TV shows do a lot of fake stuff just to make it more entertaining. It could have just been a fake ATM footage.
I mean,
But
if we're going,
like more of that.
we have to say, well, if it was fake and it was made this past year, or even many years ago, I mean, they have the technology to make it pretty realistic. I mean, this podcast is getting crazy conspiracy town area now with them. If the whole ATM footage is faked, it's specifically if she didn't go to that ATM and they faked it at that ATM to throw off that if it was done at the North Amherst ATM. Oh man, this is a mess.
But there's a receipt though, so that's kind of
From the liquor store, yes. From the liquor
only
store.
the liquor store. There's no ATM receipt or anything, right?
That's a good question. I don't know. There might be.
That's interesting. What happened to that receipt? Maybe they just left it.
Or she didn't.
Or
I think it automatically. It doesn't ask you if you want one, right? It just gives you one.
I think you have the option. I
well,
think
mine-
you have the option
well,
to say yes or no. I'm
well,
not sure if you did in
Today's
2004.
2018, so like I always put it on email because I don't like wasting paper and shit.
Yeah. So back then you weren't gonna be emailing it to yourself.
I think they might have still
I think
had
it
an
was
option. Print receipt, yes,
yeah.
no? How old is that
Mine
option?
was automatically printed back in the day. So
I used one the other day and it automatically printed one. I didn't ask for it.
that should have been.
I
done.
think it depends on the ATM. It depends on the ATM station then. So I don't even think that was
Wait,
a bank.
what was her bank? I'm
Well,
just curious.
currently it's Bank of ATM, but I believe it was Fleet back then. I think it was Fleet.
But her so her bank back then was Fleet.
I believe so. Yeah. So, so Johnny, if we're going along, so if the FBI silenced everybody at Umass, fabricated the ATM footage, confiscated the liquor store footage,
I don't
Where-
think they have the just.
I don't think they
logistics
would.
to shut up the whole.
why not?
university.
If an informant of theirs is involved, they could do whatever they want.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's too many people to silence.
I know.
What do you mean?
I think it's too.
Yeah, not that many.
There's 20,000 people at UMass.
But only maybe 5 to 10 of them had anything to do with the more. They would only have had to talk to like maybe 10 people.
How do they know which ones?
How do they know who
Which
worked
ones?
with Samora?
Yeah, how do they? Yeah, how do they know which ones to? Yeah,
Yeah, like who to go to.
Well,
Like,
they would go to.
They
They
would
would
have to
go.
do a lot of interviews.
They would have to do one. They'd have to get to a train. They'd have to go to like the administration office. Where did Maura work? Oh, she worked the security desk.
How
Oh,
do you-
she worked.
like-
What?
They shut up their friends too.
wait,
Well, that's what I'm saying. She worked. How many friends are there? Like 2.
So
if
you're
they
saying
if they
that-
find out from her record in the administrative office, she works campus security. Okay. She ran track. Okay. She works at art gallery with Sarah. Okay. So now they have Sarah. They have Fred also. I'm sure they talked to Fred. Well, maybe they didn't talk to Fred. I forget if he said the FBI talked. They probably didn't talk to Fred. But Sarah would have told them.
Fred's been trying to get the FBI to work on
Yeah.
this case.
So Sarah would have told them about Kate, and that's all they really need. And then they would go interview the track, and then they would just talk to the track people.
So they talked to all these people. What would they need to silence? Like, what are we silencing?
I don't know.
Like, they all know something?
Like, let's say the FBI informant was the one that did something to her and kidnapped her for whatever reason. FBI informant gone rogue. Or maybe not gone rogue, but he's very valuable to the FBI for some reason. They're covering all this up. Maybe that unnamed cadet could have been undercover FBI for whatever reason.
Yeah, that cadet thing is like kind of weird because there's only like 20 of them. You know,
Yeah.
20 possible
They could
cadets,
get the
and they
names
can't.
roughly,
They
yeah.
haven't. We haven't gotten a single name. It's so weird. Or give us 20 names. And
So
we
Johnny,
can
you're
pick
going
and
back on
choose.
your FBI theory now? Because the FBI does have they have the clout. I mean, they could go in and confiscate the liquor store footage. they could have seized the ATM footage, never to release it, and then realized that looked a little too suspicious. So then they fabricated ATM footage.
I'm kind of leaning to like when.
Or even easier, she visited that ATM on a different day. I mean, the jacket colors might not match what they said she was wearing in Haverhill when she disappeared as well. So I don't know.
You know the exact location of that ATM? It still exists?
Yes. It's 195 University Drive.
Have you did a Google Earth
Yes.
search of it?
Yeah.
And does it look similar to what it looked like then?
Yes.
Or is there different, like the trees? You said there's trees. Are they bigger now?
No, it looks exactly the same. Oh, you mean as of today? I don't know about as of today, but the ATM video looks the same as a recent Google Earth. Whatever. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably a couple years old, but yeah, roughly.
It looks the same as it did back in 2004.
That building with that grove of trees in the background, yes.
So like the trees should get bigger,
They're already huge.
but they can get bigger over like 14 years.
What? Well, it's a grainy video too. So even if it's, let's say it is a 1 inch bigger, it doesn't.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is they could have made it now because it looks similar.
Oh.
So like 2004,
Oh.
the trees would be like possibly smaller or like little branches.
I don't think you'd be able to tell.
Okay, I didn't see it, so I don't know what you could
The
see.
video's
Like,
too bad quality anyway. So, but anyway,
Just to go off the
Yeah.
idea that
Yeah.
it was made recently.
well, they could have made. Well, okay, for the oxygen show, they probably would have had at least a year. Well, what if they? I mean, if we're going down every single possibility, they could have still considered the fact that they might have to release a fake ATM and had it made earlier.
Just in case they can't get it.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get it, so they made a fake one
Yeah.
and released it.
Some people think that's what they did with the moon landings, but
The moon landing was fake?
I don't know. So, with the FBI thing, how probable that we know they talk to people, so that's a definite. Now, and they possibly could have seized the liquor store video if there was a person of interest in it that they don't want anybody to see.
She was with somebody.
Or I guess if we're really thinking outside the box, what if it wasn't her? What if somebody was just using?
It could have been anybody.
I guess, yeah. So that receipt doesn't really prove it's her, does it, Maxwell?
Nope.
And she also redeemed like 79 bottles, like
Wait,
glass.
she was 21?
Yeah,
$3.50 worth.
$3.79.
What did she buy?
Alcohol for the trip.
For $3?
No, she got a credit of $3.79
Ah.
for trading in 79 bottles. So she had a big garbage bag with her. If it was her,
At the
we didn't
liquor
really,
store?
yeah. We didn't even actually discuss this. What if it's not her?
How would you say that is not like a?
Well, what proof is there that she went to the liquor store? Someone else bought
Just-
liquor.
Well, I think they're attaching the receipt to her. Is that what?
Yeah, but why? What if it wasn't her?
Maura was driving and someone walked in and
Maybe Maura wasn't driving either.
for some reason Maura got the receipt in her car. Is that what you mean?
She could have had access to all those bottles, though, right? Like at the college. Like,
I think
hey,
Well, we
she just took
discussed
those.
whether it was a pattern of hers or just normal behavior to trade in.
I think.
Well, no, like all the leftover beer bottles from parties and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just give them to me.
Yeah,
I need my alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think now that you said like I could see how she just collected them just to build up a little bit of cash to buy the alcohol. Because I think I said that last time it was just a habit for her or something.
Yeah,
for recycling.
it's not a bad theory. But again, what I was getting at was, what if it's not her? What if it wasn't her at the ATM? That's that's doctored footage from, maybe it is her, but from a different day. Because she didn't look, I mean, I don't know. She didn't look incredibly stressed out. She looked like she probably didn't have too much sleep, but she didn't look like her life was in danger. Not obviously so. I don't know. What do you think, Johnny? Was it her? Some
There's
people
no
also
proof
think
to say that she crashed that car, right? It's her car, but doesn't mean she was in it.
in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
Correct.
But you said the people that saw her.
Well, if we're
get
really
out said
getting-
it was her, right?
If we're really getting down to it, well, Butch Atwood said it wasn't her originally.
But how would he know who her is?
They showed him a picture.
But he's far, right? He can't.
Butch
He didn't,
Atwood?
he didn't get out of his. Oh, he did come out of his house, right?
Butch Atwood has two different stories. One
And
where
it's nighttime.
one when he exited the bus, one way he didn't, where he just leaned out or whatever.
But then wasn't there also a house with the husband
Westmans?
and wife?
Yeah,
okay.
Westmans. Oh, they didn't even know if it was a man or a woman. If you want to
Okay,
get down
so
with that.
Atwood is the only one that actually.
Atwood is the
could
only
ID
one
her.
that had an interaction with her. We've been on UMass so long. I forgot the last time we talked about.
Oh, that's right. So he actually talked to her, right? And
Yes.
asked if she needed help or whatnot.
Talked to somebody, yeah, or at least said he talked to somebody. He could be lying completely about everything. How do we know? We can't take people's statements at face value. Those aren't facts. That's their testimony. So if someone told him to say that, he would say that. The weird thing is Butch is from Taunton. So, like, if we entertain Renner's theory, she got away, started a new life, maybe her friends and Billy helped her do that, which would account for a lot of the weirdness. Butch Atwood might have known one of her family members as well. So he could have been in on it, right? If enough phone calls were made. We don't have Butch Atwood's phone records. Is that why Mrs. Atwood hasn't said anything all these years?
Maybe somebody does know and is just starting all these different theories to like get people
Create-
off track,
Create
she
a
can
convoluted
actually,
mess.
so she can actually get away and like you'll never figure out where she went.
I don't think people are. I don't think they have the not the resource, but like, I don't think they're. I don't think they're willing to put forth the effort to
What if
work,
they were
to,
paid
to
a
work
ton of money?
together
What
to
if-
work together to put on this
What
show.
if? What if they got paid a ton? Well, that's my initial impression as well. But if they were paid a ton of money,
And why
For
does
what
she,
reason?
and
though?
if they're
For
friends of
who-
the
on whose
family, if they're
profit?
friends of the family, and they were told this,
I
is
think
for
she was
boyfriend-
trafficked or something because she's definitely doing some. She's a
Yeah,
slave.
why-
She's
why
a
did
slave. She's a slave to someone or buried on the ground, buried somewhere or
But did she
in
leave
cement
UMass?
or whatever.
Did she leave UMass?
Yeah, I think she's gone somewhere.
Did she leave? How did she leave UMass? Was it her in the
she
liquor
was-
store? Was it her?
she
What's
was
going on
either-
with the ATM footage? We can't prove anything.
I don't know. I just don't think people can coordinate, because it's hard to coordinate just to get together on this podcast.
George Carlin once said, "You don't need a formal conspiracy when interests converge." So if for whatever reason different interests happen to be in this direction, not for the sake of just covering it up, there's other stuff going on. Once again, the most
Wait,
obvious.
by the way,
it really seems like Maura either knew someone or someone else who was involved that crosses all this weirdness, because it doesn't really make sense for this to be that weird just because of her, right?
By the way, do you still want to talk about the significance of the no trespassing to Alden Olson or something?
Oh, so, okay. Let's get Johnny's opinion on this. So, Alden Olson went to UMass, and he's in a parking lot. He's got a picture of Maura's Saturn.
when after or before?
Way after.
Oh, okay.
Couple years
So
after.
he pulls up with a picture of her car, the Saturn.
Yeah, I think he's walking around. He's got a picture, so he's just walking around parking lots. And so, oh no, Skinner.
That's even more.
Skinner,
That's
hold on.
even more sketchy. Now that you tell me that
Johnny,
he's walking
Johnny,
around with a picture
Johnny.
of
So-
a sticker.
Well, he could
That's
be a
even
friend.
more.
He could be a friend.
That's
of,
even more insane.
He
Like
could be a
that's
friend.
like.
He could be a friend of anybody at the campus. He could be trying to drop off a car. He could be picking up a car for somebody. He could be a mechanic picking up a car for somebody, or just a mechanic willing to help out a broke student to fix their car in the parking lot. So he's.
Oh,
he
those are
asked-
good theories. I like
he,
that.
he asked Skinner, where would this lot be? It's like lot 12 or whatever. Is that sketchy?
I'm not gonna lead you.
Wait.
Think about this. I'm not gonna lead you, but think about what he's saying.
All right,
He's
hold
so Alden Olson was what do you call that when you're given a no trespassing? What do you call it?
Well, one step at a time. What do you think about that?
Hold on, go over it again real quick.
So Alden
So-
Olson is
No, you have to
this-
start from
he's
the
this random guy.
You have to start from the no trespass.
No, I didn't. Last
Okay,
time.
go ahead.
Random. So this random guy's just walking around looking at parking lots in
At
UMass.
the school.
Yes,
that
at
she went
UMass.
to.
Yeah.
In the parking lot.
Right. So he
Okay.
could be a parent. He could be a relative. He could be a friend.
Either way, he has a picture of her car.
Yeah, but and he's got it folded over so you can't tell that it was like I sat in a car
Like a
accident. You
crashed
can only
version?
tell. Right. You can only tell
The sticker.
the part of the sticker, the parking sticker in the window of the car.
Okay.
So the car is not working. It's just a parking sticker. And he asked the patrol campus.
He's
police
walking around with a
patrol-
photo of this sticker.
And you
Go
can
ahead.
clearly see what the sticker was, like whose
Yes.
car it was.
No. You could just see the sticker
But what does the sticker have to do? Why is he showing the sticker?
because he's asking what lot it would be
Oh,
parked
because
in.
different color stickers
Right,
maybe
and
or
all that.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, oh yeah, lot 12. And then he asks, can anyone can you park in any lot or something like that? And then the guy gets all weird, and then Skinner gets all weird, tells him to leave, and then like 2 days later, he serves him a no trespassing order, like on his doorstep. Like he comes with like 2 cops, and they serve him a no trespassing order. You don't think that's weird?
Why do you think that is, Mr. Johnny Mills?
Do you think that's weird? First,
I'm not gonna lead you because he's saying that that's very secretive of the university to do that.
That's so
what
sketchy.
Do you think?
You can't ask parking questions?
Wait, Johnny Mills, come on, think about this. Say something.
Well, why? Well, first of all, why would they tell him to? Why would they make it non-trespassing? But then, why would he have that picture and asking for it?
Oh shit!
But we don't know.
Keep going.
No, it
keep
is
going.
weird. No, that is weird. What he said. Why would they just say no trespassing?
That's real stupid. He's asking a question about parking.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you this. Why do you think this? Oh my god.
No, if the police or whoever the guard there knew that it was actually her car.
Well, that's
then,
what he was insinuating, because you'd have to know though, because you could only see like you couldn't see the damage on the car. It's only
Okay.
there. So if you had
So
seen that
he
picture
doesn't.
before,
So Skinner didn't know whose car it was. It was just a sticker, right?
so what Alden is insinuating, he probably didn't know, but then as he looked more carefully, he recognized it because you could see the color on the side.
So then that would make sense to like have them not trespass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me that. It was just you said it was just a sticker.
No,
like,
but if that's irrelevant, even if it's just a sticker. Well, you're gonna serve someone a no trespass for asking a parking question? What if you're just a friend of somebody who has a car?
Okay.
and you need a parking spot?
Why would let's say this is not UMass. Why would a security guard go up to you and say you can't come around here anymore? Why do you think a security guard would say that?
I would have no reason. Like I don't get it.
What do you mean? You don't get what?
No, I mean like why are you telling me I can't be here? I didn't do
Exactly.
anything.
Exactly.
Wait, what, did I do something wrong, or officer?
I think he might have said something like that. But
Wait. So you're going around with a sticker.
Oh, I
You
didn't
don't
know
know
I
who's-
had the sticker. I
Yeah,
thought
you
I was,
don't. You don't
okay,
know.
okay.
You don't know whose
Okay.
car. You don't know whose car it is, and you're asking me what parking lot can you park this car in? Why
What
do
if
you
it's
thi- why
your
do you
friend's
think
car?
why do you think I would say to you get the fuck out? Why do you think that?
Because it's weird. Like,
It
why
is
do I
weird.
have it?
What?
Maybe
Who's
it's your
who's
friend's
fucking
car? It's your friend's
But
car.
listen, if I was that dude with that picture, I wouldn't have even showed that picture. I would just say like, where do I go to find the pink lot or whatever it is?
Exactly, but you didn't do that.
I know.
You came
So
around
then
with a
why-
sticker.
Why did he go around showing it? There's a reason. Is he trying to find her, or what is he trying to do?
He's trying to find out.
Exactly.
the
Wait,
parking
hold
situation.
on. Why do you think the security guard would tell you to get the fuck out?
Because he's showing a picture of Maura Murray's
How is that
car.
illegal? How is that illegal? How's that illegal? You can go around showing pictures of whatever. How's that illegal?
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Let's say in this complex, so you live around here, and you have a sticker that determines that you can park here, right?
Okay.
So that gives you permission to park here.
Right.
And then I go around. There's a security guard at the front, and I go around with a fucking sticker.
Yeah, it's not
Hey,
weird.
can you tell me where this is parked?
Yeah, it's not weird.
It's not weird at all. Oh yeah, it's parked over there. So go hide in that little bush over there so you can kill the motherfucker.
But if he just walked around, first of all, UMass is not guarded like that. You can walk around the parking lot. So
I don't understand why you
Hold on.
guys can't understand this. It's like
I don't- that's-
security guard would
Hold on.
lose his
Are you
fucking
gonna let
job.
Are you gonna let me finish? So you're right. In a place like in a private, like residential, gated community, that would be weird. At a public university where anybody can walk around anywhere, all
Yeah, but
the
you
guy-
don't-
Let me finish. If the security guard simply ignores him, he could just walk around and see which color stickers on which car in the lots anyway. His
Yeah.
question was, is it okay to park a car in a lot separate?
Was that
from-
his specific question?
That's what he said when he got mad. So he didn't get mad to identify the lot. That's not what he got mad about. He identified the lot. Then he asked, can you park anywhere, or is it okay to park or how strict? Like, are you able to park in a different lot even though your sticker's for
I
that
didn't
lot?
know he said that first part.
Why does he want to know that? Though?
I didn't know he said that first part.
She was
I didn't know
parked
he
somewhere
agreed to.
else?
To see, well, I think what Alden was getting at, I'm not sure, is
Who's
that
that guy again?
Alden Olson?
Yeah.
He's the guy that made those weird videos happy anniversary.
The crazy one, the crazy
So
motherfucker.
he wouldn't have access to like security cameras or anything like that.
He wouldn't have access to anything. He's not even a PI. He worked at Walmart. So, but he's really smart, and he investigated the case, and he actually requested public requests for police records on the Patrick Vassy hit and run. So what he
he's the one that uncovered all that crazy
yeah,
stuff. That's
yeah.
insane.
And then well, that's his point too. Why would he get kicked off and serve a no trespassing order unless they were covering up somebody?
Oh, do they already know who that guy is though?
Alden Olson, yeah. Oh, who the security
Yeah.
at the time? I don't think they
Because
knew.
that would be another.
At
thing,
the
like-
moment of his encounter, no. Obviously, they knew who he was by the time they served him the no trespass. They found out who he was. Yeah.
But like, why would he want to know where a car can park?
So
and
he
can't
was.
park?
So he wanted to know if Maura's Saturn had to be parked in the lot that the sticker was for, because if she was parked closer, the timing for the Patrick Vassy hit and run could work even better. Or someone could have borrowed her car, returned it to a different lot. He was kind of just trying to figure out, was it really in the lot it was supposed to be the entire time she was at Umass?
Gotcha.
Or could it have been parked in
And
a
then
different
she's also like the security, right? So
Yeah.
she could park wherever she wants, maybe.
But nobody knows if she doesn't have a security parking. It's just it was a regular parking sticker. Because she wasn't actually...
like a thing you can hang from your like mirror.
So she wasn't like UMass PD herself. She just worked as
Well, my point is that the security guard's motivation to
it's a public university.
hold on, I'm telling you the motivation behind it. It's just to get rid of this pain in the ass walking around person with a freaking
not
photo.
illegal. Not illegal.
Yeah, I get it. But your theory is that the security guard is part of the conspiracy, not to let anyone involved in the case
Correct.
or whatever, trying to figure things out.
Coupled with the fact that they didn't want to have anything to do with Maggie.
But I just
Like,
don't think it would trickle down that far to the
But that was,
security guard.
if he knew Maura, that's Skinner, one of the main persons of interest. That's Lieutenant Skinner. That was Alden's whole point. It didn't trickle. They didn't inform random nobodies about it. Maybe they did, but
So Skinner stayed the whole time
Yeah,
in there
yeah.
for the past 2 years, and he also
Well, I don't know about
investigated-
now, but this is... I don't know where he is now. I don't know if he's still there now.
Hmm.
But whatever. But even going back to your point...
How
Going
close?
back to your... At a public university, showing a parking sticker and asking if you can park... What if he's a prospective student or a prospective relative of a student? He's just wondering about the parking situation because maybe they can't stay on dorms. Maybe they're
Well, it
living
depends
off
on when you
campus.
ask too. If it's like 2 months in the semester already, you shouldn't fucking know where to.
Transfer student. Where they were
Yeah,
out
but
sick.
why show a sticker of an active, instead of showing your own sticker?
But you didn't get one
why
yet.
show?
He didn't get one yet. Maybe that's his friend's sticker. He wants to be with
That's
his
so
friend.
stupid, man. You're not gonna take a
How's that
picture
stupid?
of someone.
If you don't know the situation, you can't say whether it's stupid or not.
He didn't buy his car yet, so.
Yeah,
You can have your sticker in your hand. Just show
but
that.
that's his friend's car. No, but
But
why would
you're
he
not-
get
you're gonna have a
he's not
sticker?
sure- he's not sure if he can afford the car he wants, so he didn't get the sticker
Oh
yet.
my god.
Or Maxwell, what if he's figuring out some kind of carpool situation with his friend's car? So his friend said he could use his car, but he doesn't have it at the moment because the friend's at work. And
Well,
he's trying to
this is a weird argument. I think the Skinner thing is more like appealing to me.
No, but hold on. No, but
you're
look,
arguing some weird like.
Yeah, but you don't
like-
know. That's the point. You don't know the situation. He might have a very legitimate reason to have a sticker. We don't know. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying there's no way to know, and it's not weird to ask parking questions at a public university. I don't think it's weird. What do you think? You think it's weird
I'm
to
just
ask
saying,
parking
if
questions?
you're gonna ask about a sticker,
Johnny,
you would
Johnny.
ask about your own
Not
sticker.
if you didn't get it yet.
No, but you wouldn't show someone else's
What
sticker.
if it's your friend's car who agreed to let you use it, but he's currently
But
out?
do you get what I'm saying though?
Not
like
really.
Someone,
I don't
you,
think that's weird.
You don't think it's weird
No.
to take someone else's fucking sticker
No.
photo and go around to the security guard?
No,
Hey, can you tell
not
me where
really.
this is parked?
Not really.
Oh my god.
We should go try.
Yeah, we should. Johnny, what do you think?
Let's go try.
You know what? We
I
should
think it's
try
kind
that
of-
shit. I'm
okay,
gonna fucking
okay.
go around.
It's obviously.
I'm gonna take a picture of a fucking.
on a scale.
I'm gonna record it too.
On a scale of
Motherfucker.
on a scale of 0 to 10 on weirdness. It's not 0. It's kind of weird, but it's
Point
not-
001. Oh wait, I just just kidding.
You just proved my point.
I just no, but the opposite of that.
I actually think it's slightly more 0. No, I think it's slightly more weird than .001. Might be a 2 or 3, but again, nowhere near. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's not that weird. I think it'd be weirder to show the full picture of the car and Maura's picture and ask about. But he's in his full right to do that too. A private
But it was
citizen.
Skinner. He knows it, obviously who the hell it was.
At
'cause
first glance,
I
he might
wasn't-
not have because it was
For some reason, it didn't connect the Skinner.
So you
from
were arguing
episode
for no
1.
reason. Okay, whatever.
No. But the Skinner from episode 1 was actually involved in an investigation in the beginning. I just thought it was some
At
weird
Umass,
security,
yeah.
some young 21-year-old security guard.
All right, Johnny.
That's what
Final
I
thoughts
thought.
on the sticker situation.
Oh my god!
Is it weird or not?
Obviously,
I
it's
mean,
kind
it's
of
weird,
weird, but
yeah.
it's not. I mean, it's not that weird.
That's the longest sticker conversation I've ever had.
It's not that
What the
weird.
hell?
Is it really that weird?
It's just fucking weird.
That'd be the least weird.
No
thing
one
about
in
this
the
whole
history
case.
of fucking universities has ever walked around with a fucking photo of a sticker. You know what I'm
How
saying?
do
From
you know?
2003
How do you know?
and shit.
How
Like,
do you know?
I've never seen anyone walk around with a photo of a fucking sticker
I wouldn't
of
walk
someone
around
else's
with a
car.
photo. I would just.
No, we're not talking about. I wouldn't do it either. We're not talking about that.
No, I know
We're just
that,
talking
but-
about. It's not like it's not
just-
that weird.
It's kind of hard knowing the whole story and then thinking about it that way.
Oh man, Maxwell, you
I was choking this water, dude.
you gotta learn how to drink water.
The water's for the bong, I thought, right? That's
Oh
what
my
Max-
god.
Max
You saw that?
said.
All right,
I don't
so-
smoke, by the way.
So
You guys
that's
think
those are our addendums. We did talk about Whitey Bulger, the mafia guy. Remember, his brother was the head of the university.
I don't know that. Who the fuck is that?
Oh man.
Wait, who are you talking about? Who the fuck is this?
Oh man. The Whitey Bulger.
I don't remember.
He's like this big mafia guy. Had a bunch of people killed. They dumped bodies all over New Hampshire.
Oh
His
shit.
brother was the head of UMass.
Oh shit.
And then they had court proceedings and everything. Even after he was removed from UMass, after the fact, the brothers still stuck together. So they didn't disavow each other. So they were kind of close. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that there was some weird drug criminal element involved, possibly FBI connections that could have possibly crossed over with Maura. So there's a lot of stuff at
Man,
at
you're
UMass.
going hard on these conspiracies, man. I
Just discussing theories.
understand.
why
no,
would-
it's fine. It's
I'm
what
just
makes
saying,
the
no, but here's the
podcast
thing.
fun,
Here's
but
the thing, though.
I'm just
What- if
my
it-
head's gonna fucking explode and shit.
If there was, if there was nothing, if it was just Maura, no weirdness anywhere, why would all of this look like this? Like I'm trying to reverse engineer it, sort of. If it was just a simple nursing student
Yeah.
with no connections to anybody and no weird, why is there all this weirdness both in UMass and New Hampshire? It seems like there'd have to be an overreaching agency like the FBI. Or even the CIA, or we don't know, the NSA, the MIB, we don't know.
NASA.
So if there was an overreaching agency that kind of shut this whole thing down on both ends, both in New Hampshire and in Massachusetts.
She would be 30 something now. If she right, 20, late 30s. If
What year?
I mean, if she's
Anyway, all
I
right,
don't know.
all
I
right.
mean, if
Who
she was
cares?
I'm just thinking about if she turned out to be a sex slave. I mean, she would probably.
Okay, we're talking about an overreaching agency.
I don't know.
Okay, so if they shut it down on both ends, Massachusetts and New Hampshire, that would explain what we're seeing, would it not?
Okay.
Would it not explain all this weirdness? The friends were told not to talk. All of this weirdness. And then nobody told Fred anything, so he's just suing the state trying to find information and trying to find his daughter, and nobody told him about any of this, because, I mean, I guess they can't without incriminating themselves if it's an overreaching agency. Because what are they going to say? Oh, we know what happened, but we can't tell you? What are they going to say? So anyway, we'll leave you guys with that. We have some... So yeah, we'll start having guests on pretty soon. There was a few more episodes we had to
Oh
do,
my
but
god! You
I'm gonna
actually
see what-
decided on this already?
we have to see what we're gonna do with the order, because there's a couple other things I actually wanted to go over, and a couple of other theories I haven't mentioned
just-
yet. So a lot of mind-shocking things to think about. This is Bruce McGuire signing off.
Maxwell Powers.
Johnny Mills.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out our media accounts. And if you like the podcast, donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description.
Patreon.
See you later, guys.
Audible.
Don't forget to subscribe. Hit like.
And the bell button.
Tell your friends. And your mom.